Good morning. St. Alban's Day. Monday the 22nd of June 2020. Only Beethoven can do this. I can even play these, the slow movements. This is from the Appassionata Sonata. Right, so another year. We're all on the hill down to midwinter again. Midsummer's Day was yesterday, of course, on the 21st. The beauty of Alban, whether the story is even true or not, the legend that exists is that this person, a Roman centurion, so we believe, with authority, no doubt, if necessary, to kill the local citizens if they misbehaved, was converted, saw the light of Christ by a Christian, and then, knowing his fate, he would not deny Christ. And then he had his head chopped off. If you have the love of God through Christ within you, you cannot kill. You cannot even think of killing. You cannot even think of physical violence. Now, we're all human. We have the Lord's Prayer, obviously. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us. I'm half Scottish by blood, and I do fire up still, 63. I've learned to, actually. I used to be very sort of shy and quiet and kind of retiring, but I still ended up being the best squash player in the whole world under 16, because I won a tournament called the Junior Evans Cup, 9-3, 9-7, 9-1, under 16 only. I used to train 8 days a week. And I get it from my mother's side. That was the Scottish side, the fire. My father was English. So the world has always been on its head and continues so to be. We've got, the world, ever bigger, more powerful, more destructive weapons. The end times will come, Christ will come again. Only Beethoven can do this. For me, there's nothing else. No one else who compares to Beethoven. No one single human being. In the same way that I love St. Francis of Assisi and the Poor Clares, God put two beautiful spirits there. His dates being 1182 to 1226, so he died at the age of 44. But he saw visions of Christ directly when he was young. And then single-mindedly just became more and more beautiful. So Alban got it right. With the love of God through Christ within one, you cannot be associated with any form of physical violence. If you know you can stop it somehow, let alone you actually perpetrating it. Paying taxes, I'm afraid, and our taxes go to the arms trade, then under international law, that makes that individual, anyone who pays taxes in my country, Britain, personally liable, culpable for For instance, the indiscriminate slaughter of tens of thousands of people in Iraq for oil. In my lifetime, the Second War especially. Mr. George W. Bush and Mr. Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of Britain, Bush's poodle. He should be, and the whole cabinet around him, Brown, et al., Straw and all of them, arrested, tried, convicted, and put in jail for the rest of their lives for crimes against humanity. And then we have the Queen, who is the supreme governor of the Church of England, but the head of the army. And what does Britain do around the world? England is known for it. Divide and rule, the slave trade. India, with our British Empire, I'm part of that, inasmuch as I am British. So my family roots go back in both England and Scotland. I'm part of mankind. I choose to be a Christian, but even that choice, actually, I don't believe really lies within my own choosing. I reckon God's chosen me for something, the which I don't fully understand yet, and it's through God's grace that ultimately one will perform God's will, not my will. So Alban could have had no idea how his martyrdom, his execution, I'm just in St Albans here in Hertfordshire, England. Unfortunately, there are adverts on the bastard thing, but anyway. 1750 years ago, depending on the dates. It could have had no idea. And likewise, St. Francis. There are now Franciscan churches and orders and monks all around the world. So we have no idea. God is the boss. How our lives will project into the future once we're dead. I am a Christian. I love God through Christ. Amen. Where's it gone?